And now we get to the main event, Blake, because we had quite possibly was what I'm just going to say it right now. This was it could be recency bias, but shoot me. This is the greatest flyweight fight of all time.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I can't remember a flyweight fight that got me so excited and pumped
Mm-hmm.
up, and I couldn't look away from the TV. I mean, usually flyweights, it seems like their punches just kind of bounce off of each other.
Not with Figgy.
Not with Figueredo, and even Brandon Moreno last night. He was throwing some heat as well.
Well,
So
in
I
that
mean,
fourth round, I was impressed that Figgy didn't get finished in a
yeah,
couple parts of that.
yeah, he looked really close to going out of there. But I mean, credit to both those guys. They both showed
Mm-hmm.
incredible chins in there, incredible toughness and durability. So I mean, yeah, just no complaints about that fight. It was so close. It was really so close.
Let's see, who do you think is the biggest winner from this fight? Since it was a majority decision draw, mostly due. I mean, I know
Moreno, without a doubt.
was
Moreno
he the
got another
biggest?
$350,000 in his pocket for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone's saying immediate rematch. So he got 350K last night. He's. I'm assuming they're gonna make that rematch again for sure, no doubt,
Can
sometime
we
early next year.
put that? I mean, this was a fight that both these fighters took 3 weeks notice. Um, it would be tough to have a championship. I mean, I say leave it off 258, but maybe because it might just be a bad. It
It
kind
just
of
depends
disres-
on their healing. They got to
Yeah.
give these guys a little bit of time off because that's two fights within 3 weeks.
Could
That's
we
huge
see
for Figueredo.
UFC 259? Can this headline 259 over in March?
Yeah, I would say March is a better timeline for them.
That could be really good.
Give them
If
some
the
at least a
quick,
month off.
if the soonest co-main in UFC 258, but I rather with what they showed, I don't want to see them as a co-main anymore. I need to see these guys in the main event. I mean, the flyweights have always been overlooked. Figueredo in this fight particularly might have just like solidified saving the flyweight division because remember a couple years ago it was in trouble. It was in
Mhm.
serious trouble. I mean, Cejudo kind of kept it afloat, but these guys might have just fully pulled the wreckage out of the water and really saved the ship.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a fun, exciting division now. It seems like all the fighters go in there, and they're throwing down. So yeah, no complaints.
Was this your and so in terms of fight of the year then, Blake? Of course, this is we'll get to our award show here in a couple weeks now. We're really it's almost the end of the year, so we're almost at that time, Blake. It's almost time to really start looking back at the year, which is we had a phenomenal show last year when we did the end of the year awards. We're going to have it's always a fun one where we're talking these kind of things. So in terms of all the fights we had this year, where does this fight rank on fight of the year?
It's top three. I don't think it's number one though. I think number one is between for sure Joanna and Wei Lee, or Hooker and Poirier.
Mm-hmm. For
And
me,
even you could even possibly throw in Burgos and Emmett. That was another good one that I think a lot
yeah.
of people forget about too.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, if his knee was fine, I mean, he probably would have gone to finish. So it wouldn't even be fight of the year. But damn, it was just the pace. That's probably my favorite thing about the flyweight. So the pace that they put on, it was
Yeah,
relentless for 5 rounds. I believe it was something around 256 strikes landed. It was one of those. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. That I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Something ridiculous. I mean, both these guys. If we can give them more than 50K for a performance bonus, I think they deserve it.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna have some bonuses under the table that the UFC takes care of them with because that fight was just ridiculous. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, seriously, that whole card, top to bottom, like I was telling you before the show, it possibly was the card of the year.
uh, there is a strong argument that we can make for that. Of course, that's something we can get to in a couple weeks. But I mean, just wrap up 256. It was absolutely amazing, and it was one of the best shows we've ever seen. As I said at the beginning, a card that lost three of its title fights, three main events, and it still goes on. We get that kind of show. Damn, aren't we lucky? And Blake, as we always say, what better time to be a fight fan?